So, hello friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya Vishnath from Australia. So, I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamal Patriji. Let's start this session. So, I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So, as from our past 23 sessions, our pyramid master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston, is narrating the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So, in the last session, Prasanna Garu talked about peace, about the beyond happiness and unhappiness. So, the peace is always in this present moment, and peace does not depend on any external factor. We need to bypass all our surface feelings and so that we could access our inner peace. So with this, I would like to welcome Prasanna Garu. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. Yeah, we have been seeing so many chapters and we have seen beyond the happiness and the unhappiness. We came to the final chapter of The Power of Now, which is the powerful and essence of the chapter is the surrender. This is the very essence of the chapter, the meaning of the surrender. So, surrender meaning, well, the moment we say surrender, people will have a lot of meanings and a lot of questions here, because here also the moment we started the surrender, the chapter opens up with the question what you mentioned many a times. The surrender, they're asking for Eckhart Tolle, right? So I didn't get an idea. It sounds like somewhat fatalistic. That means if you are accepting the things as they are, if you are not going to make any effort to improve them, or if you are not progressing our lives, our personal lives or the professional lives or whatever it is, then if you are just accepting the situations, so with the limitations or with then where is the strive that we will get to improve on, to get something better? Okay. So what is what is this for lives? How do you reconcile the surrender with the changing things and getting things done? That's a question. Every one of us will have this kind of question. So when we have to surrender, so when we are surrendering, we have to accept the situation as is. Isn't it? Isn't it? That is what normally the people will understand. So when we are situation accepting the people as it is, then where is the choice of surrendering? Where is the choice of progressing? How do we change our situations? This is the thing that even here also the question formed, which is the many people's question. Okay. Here the thing is surrender has some negative connotations, like what is the negative connotations that people are implying? Accepting the defeat, giving up, are failing to rise the challenges in their life, are becoming lethargic, and so on. That's not the surrender. That is what the people will think. Oh, I'm surrendering to the universe and I'm surrendering to the life. I accept the life as it comes. So you are not actually improving your situation. Even to get a liberation or moksha or whatever it is, you need to put your effort, isn't it? Without putting any effort, you will not get it. We need to put in effort. Surrendering is a different because as I mentioned, like last 2 weeks we have changed we canceled the classes and we went. There is a lot many places the power of now came into my mind. Whatever I'm preaching here, how much actually I'm able to do this, where I'm failing, what I should do it. Okay, so if you start applying that kind of the situations, you will be able to understand the power of now is not. So people will say, "Oh, you are a meditator and you are doing this. Why are you actually yelling? Why are you doing that?" So it doesn't mean because you are in a meditator or I'm asking you to surrender, it doesn't mean that you are not rising up the challenges, you are not planning or anything. Okay, the surrender is the thing that whenever something happened at this moment, Okay, and you instantly you got angry or whatever it is you yelled. Accept that situation. Surrender to that. Then again, if you started taking that, oh, being a meditator, because some people, whenever they point out, you will immediately get that, oh, meditator, I should not yell, I should not correct the people. No, it is not going to be possible, right? Suppose when I asked Lavanya to do something, she didn't do it. When we are going somewhere, suppose if I raise my voice and ask, why didn't you do it? That doesn't mean that, oh, Lavanya didn't do it, let us surrender. It's not the situation, right? Let us surrender is not the situation there. Surrendering in the sense she is not able to do it. What I should do that. This comes very much with your kids. Let us take kids. You ask to do complete their homework and go. Okay, will you accept them that, oh, they are unable to do the homework? Okay, I surrender to the situation and accept it. Will it work? Tell me. It won't work, right? Similarly, in the life also, when something goes wrong, you need to take the charge of it, and you may be yelling or you may be trying to correct or whatever it is. But the thing is, later you need to accept the situation. Once that situation is done, oh, I shouldn't have done it. Why I yell at Lavanya unnecessarily? That's not wrong. That's a wrong thing. Why you did it? Suppose you need to accept two ways. Suppose when you analyze the situation, if you feel that what I did is a wrong, accept it. If you feel that no, no, whatever I did is right, I need to tell her that when time comes, she needs to come up. I'm just taking Lavanya, but it could be any name. Okay, I should tell. That's why my because of that situation, my voice raised. I'm okay, so accept it. In both the cases, accept that situation. You did it wrong or other did it wrong. By correcting it, you did it right. Accept it. When you started accepting it, what happens is you will not have any negativity. Kids, when the homework was not done, you yelled at. Do you hold any negativity about them? You still love them, right? Because you love them, you are actually yelling at them. Will you go and yell at your neighbor's kid if he doesn't do the homework? No, because you don't have that kind of love or attachment towards them. So you should also understand when we are going, because the situation that I am going. So when I went like with eight other girls, right? I really. mm, do you mean accountable? I'll explain once that is done. I'll answer to that. So, but yeah, it could be accountable, right? So when I went so somebody did not do what I expected to do it. I gave these are the place that you need to look for the places and tell me. She didn't do it, and I instantly I got shouted. I shouted at her. Immediately I thought of it. What is that power of now that I'm doing it now here? Am I doing a right thing? Am I just like that, like just like my kids did I yell? No. Why the reason why I yelled it is there is eight other people. It is not 1 hour got wasted means it is 8 hours got wasted. Eight people into 1 hour, 8 hours got wasted. So when you are accountable for them, because when you pool them, when you feel that everyone's time is getting wasted, you will get mad or anything. So it doesn't mean that that emotion you need to hold it because you have to stay in power of now. Again, that emotion also came in that moment. You stay in that moment. You got it. Suppose if you are holding that situation, if you are holding that emotion, not doing anything, what happens? Tell me. You keep on holding that emotion, isn't it? You will go on backtalk. See, that girl did that. I asked her to do it. She didn't do it. So this kind of the back talk, instead of back talk, direct upfront talk is better. Why people won't talk upfront talk, because they want to be in good looks of the others. They will not tell upfront of the others. There are situations where you need not tell. Suppose I said Lavanya did not wear the color of the dress that I like it. She wore something which I don't like it. Let us take. Because I should not hold emotion. Did if I say that Lavanya, your dress is so ugly, is that a fair statement? How does it matter to me whether her dress color is right or not, is good to me or not? oh, you're looking good, or you're looking bad, or so how does, if you can give a compliment, yeah, be liberal and give the compliment. But if you don't like something, it's her opinion, it's her dress, it's her choice. I do not, I should not comment on that, because again people will, oh, you said like you just need to talk out. I talked out. No, no, no. That's not the thing. When the situation comes to a common ground, then you talk about. And it is affecting, as somebody said, accountable. When you are saying that it is useful for everybody and also for you and for others, also you do it. Otherwise, you cannot do it. So you have to put the situation right, put up the situation into that, and then you think about, you should not please seize your plans, or you should not initiating any positive action. No, you have to initiate the positive actions. You need to plan your things, but stay in present. You need to do the, suppose I need to have a my kids education, I need to plan for, by the time the college comes, I need to get this much money. We'll plan for it, but you keep on, don't worry about it. You have some plan, you sit with your insurance guys or your financial planners, and sit with it, what should I do, where should I invest, so that I can get the money by the time my son comes to the college. So then present moment, what you're supposed to do, every month you need to pay the premium. That's all you need to do it. Planning is done. Then you need to pay the premium, isn't it? So that much the planning is required, but again staying in the current moment is required. You should not be worrying about, oh, I planned only for 200K. What if that inflation, if it happened, it became 400K? You can't, you do not much. Suppose now at this moment the college expenses are 100K. In your kid comes to the college after 10 years, you can plan for 200K and leave it, because that is the inflation that you are planning. Suppose if you think that, oh, that with the inflation, if it is giving 400K, what should I do? You can't. You are not earning to invest until the 400K, isn't it? So how much ever you can do, you have to do. You have to plan, and you have to come back to the present moment. Surrender is simple, profound wisdom, yielding rather than opposing the force. Yield to the life force rather than opposing to the flow of the life. The only place where you can experience the flow of the life is in this moment. Surrender to accept the present moment unconditionally without any reservation. I also noticed there is one of the girl in my team, always looking forward. Oh, today we got up. What are we doing now? That's a good question. What are we doing now is a good question. We go there, right? Immediately going there, fatafat. This is what the thing that's happening. Fatafat, click some pictures. What next? So you are forgetting, for pictures are for memories. But you need to soak into the present moment. That too, when you went into the nature, soak in that moment, absorb that energy. Then think of then only in that moment. Suppose when somebody is planning, enjoy the moment actually. Why immediately, if you notice, as soon as you go, rush pictures, pictures, pictures. Not that at the end. When our phones, when not our phones, when the digital media did not come, right? When there is actually the reel and all, because I lived in that era also, when there is a reel and all, you will go see, we will see out of all the places, which one is a good, then we will click the picture, isn't it? First, you try to experience the place. You feel which one is a good, then you are clicking it. Now it became so that we are living in the future. Oh, click, click, click. We are having thousands of pictures. I don't know how many of us are really going back and seeing those pictures. Even if there's a physical photo albums, even today my kids will take that album and see what happened, but not the digital albums. But still we click it. We all know that nobody is actually referring the pictures. In my 10-day trip, it is 2000 pictures came. 2000 pictures, anybody is having energy to look back? Our time, our energy to look back? So right now, the present moment, we all need to enjoy. Present moment, soak into the present moment without any reservation, inner resistance to say no what it is through the mental judgment and the emotional negativity. It becomes a particularly pronounced when things go wrong, which means that there is a gap between demands and the rigid expectations of your mind what it is. That is the pain gap. If you live long enough, you will know that things go wrong quite often. We know right now, our experience of 40 or 50 years of life, when something goes wrong, things will go wrong. Not to worry. Today morning itself, the last night I came to my daughter, almost by the time I came, it is 1:30. By the time I reached 1:30 in the night, okay? Morning, she said, no, ma, we have to go. We have to check in there by 6:15. So she make me up at 5:30 and she took some horse ride she booked. Okay. By the time we went, they said it's not 6:30 a.m., it's 6:30 p.m. Okay. She was so upset. I said, things will go wrong. Don't worry about it. Because there nothing was wrong. That is what. This is a situation where you need to surrender. So immediately I just looked around. What else is there here? Because anyway, we went 50 miles away from the city. We looked around, there is a lake. Beautiful lake is there. I went there, and then there is a kayaking rentals are there. I took one and went into the lake for an hour and then did kayaking and came. So make use of the time, right? Whatever that, even if there is no kayaking, nothing, enjoy the nature. Soak in the nature. Because in that moment, if you don't accept, what will happen? Oh, why don't you see that my sleep is gone, that this will come. Already the sleep is gone, you cannot get it. Already you got up and went. Only thing is you can do is the best, make best use of those moments. You came all the way some few thousands of miles flying to see your daughter, and then if you start telling what is the matter. This is the situation. That's what I'm saying. Surrendering doesn't mean that not planning. Surrendering means planning. Surrendering means correcting the things for our own, for others, everything. But leave that. Live in the present moment. Don't go to the future. Or, as I just told you, oh, the next time, and oh, last time also you did that. Don't do that again. So that is again, you are digging back. You are living in the past. Just leave it because everybody will understand, not only me, even she is a grown up, right? When once it went wrong, everybody will understand. Something went wrong, next time we need to take care. Everybody will understand. So give them that choice. They are not kids anymore, right? To do that. If you are not leaving, what will happen is that pain body will start. Oh, today morning I didn't sleep. I'm sleepy now to the class. I don't know how I will teach. All these things because your pain body activates. The moment you start thinking, I didn't have enough sleep, I didn't have that, I didn't have this. So the pain body activates. I think today one lady, she joined. Yeah, she joined here. There's a one lady in my team, Surikala. Uh, she sometimes she stops while walking or while hiking. So I'll just give her cue is age is just the number. Something triggers in her mind. So it is all here, right? Something triggers in her mind. She did lot many trips with me. So she just does everything. Almost in the entire trip, me and her, she did everything and anything and everything. Be it a hike, be it driving for a long hours, anything we did it. That the driving is all like Tirumala driving, how it will be hairpin pants and all, right? That kind of drive. Everything. That means once you set here, there's nothing. You can do it. Accept it and you can do it. Then you can do it. Once you said that, oh no, you cannot do it. Somebody said in between to her, oh, this valley driving, you never do it. Do you think you can do it? There is a doubt. That's what power Sir is always talking about. Patri sir is always talking about that power of speech or vakshetram, right? It should be very powerful. It is very powerful. Okay. When someone said that, oh, can you do it? You didn't do valley. Not only she, I didn't do it. And I also did not do any time valley driving. That kind of hairpin bends. Do we have any choice? Let's do it. There is a roads, everybody is going, let's do it. That's all. But that particular thing, if somebody is keep on your thinking, right, then you will fall. I just debated subject of going the power of speech. But again, if you are in that situation, because when I am in that situation, I didn't drive, but I have to drive that time. I can't keep on giving to somebody, you drive, right? We have to share equally. So be in that. That is what I'm saying. In that moment, don't remember, oh, that some accident happened, something happened. These are the things, right? So usually the people will think of it, think about it. If you start connecting all those things, you will be disconnecting from your being, and your resistance of mind will start. Once the resistance of mind is starting, then you are not surrendering to the life. You are living in the past or a future. Surrender is purely inner phenomena. It is all your inner phenomena. It doesn't mean that outer level you cannot take an action. You have to take an action to that situation. In fact, the overall situation that you need to accept it when you surrender it. It is the tiny segment of now you need to live. In that now, whenever you are living, you will take the action that it is required. If you are stuck in the mud, suppose you were stuck in the mud somewhere. Let us take another example that is given. You stuck in the mud. Do you say that, oh, today my karma, I stuck in the mud, I will stay here? Do you think that? That is called resignation of the situation. It is not the surrendering, resignation of the situation. Then you are accepting an undesirable, unpleasant life. You are staying there. Then you are deceiving yourself. You are wrong. It is a wrong thing that you struck in the mud. But what is not surrender? Can I tell you that not the surrender here is the sense. Something happened. What is the not surrender is here. Suppose there is you stuck in the mud because one of your friends said that you can go to that line. That is because of that you went to that line. Okay, let us take it. So when you went to that line, you struck. Okay, when you went to that line, when you struck, because of you think that because if your friend only you went there, because of your friend only you struck there, you started accusing that friend. What is that called? That is not the surrender. Surrendering in the sense, whether your friend told or if your friend told to go in that road, what happened to your intellect? You are the one who is driving. Your friend must have drove in that place for a week before or even yesterday. Yesterday the weather conditions are good and everything is good. Today something happened, because of that you got struck. Do you blame your friend or do you accept the situation? You need to accept the situation. If you are actually keep on blaming the friend, you are not surrendering to the situation. For whatever the reason you were stuck into the mud, then how to come out of it? Do I need to call anybody? Do I need to call some? If there is nobody, do I need to call cops and say struck that I wanted to come out of her? So you need to think of what is the next situation that you need to do it. That is where you have to be. You have to do it. That is called that is the action that we need to take it up. Okay, you recognize that you want to get out of it. You need to know that you need to fully come out of that mud. You will not stay into the mud. So there is a no resistance, no emotional negativity. Don't think about your friend who asked you to go. No emotional negativity. You accept as is at that moment and try to take a positive action to come out of it. No negative action, no negative thinking, no anger, no despair, no frustration, no guilt, nothing. So until you come out of that thing, you continue to do something. You hold something, you hold the road, or you hold the stone, or you hold anything that is available there, and you try to continue come out of that situation. So whenever you are focusing every energy of you to come out of the mud, you will be able to succeed. That is what you have to do it. I told you the last time example in Puerto Rico or some place. When I was struck, the tire is about to go into this small drainage kind of thing. Okay, me and my son, my husband is driving, me and my son are holding. You don't believe, when we are keeping that time, the only intention is that should not fall. If it is fall, it is very difficult to take it up. We hold it such a way that the entire car we are able to hold it. Do you think that we got that much energy? No, right? Usually, do you think that we can hold the car? Means without falling, we can hold the car. Do no, but at that moment, the only situation that is, if it struck it, we will be stuck here for a longer time until somebody comes and take that out. So we are holding, and he's trying to drive. He couldn't drive some low. By seeing that situation, some locals came, and they are able to drive off the car from that hole, and then we went because what I'm saying is we have that kind of energy, we have that kind of potential within us. But when the situation comes, when you surrender to that situation, there I am not blaming anybody. Google Maps is the one that it took me to that particular route. So if I am saying that Google Maps does not, these dirty maps will always take like this. If I keep on doing that, will it help me? That's a negativity, right? So completely surrender to that situation. That is what we are saying. You cannot, don't put any negative energy in that. So there is a you're walking in the so there is a one more path that he is also giving. There is a fog night, there is a winter night, there is a total fog is there. You are walking. Okay, that is our life. The fog is past, future, blah 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 blah, all emotions is the fog. You are walking. Okay. Yeah, usually when you are walking in the thing, what you will, if you have a torch light, you will switch on, right? You won't switch off. You will switch on. You will see the narrow path that is going, and you will go straight to your place, isn't it? So here in our life, past, future, emotions is all the fog. What is the torch light? It's now. That's the power of now, or being in the now, staying in the present, staying in the conscious presence is the torchlight. So, do you want to use your torchlight or not? We all want to use our torchlight, right? Whenever the way is fog, so here also our life, use that conscious light to move forward. Non-surrender hardens your psychological form. Okay, it shells your ego. It creates a strong sense of separatedness. You are separate, by I'm separate. It creates a judgment that does not need to complete or dominate. Even the nature becomes your enemy. Your perceptions, your interpretations, everything is governed by fear. Is governed by. It's like it is more. Then at one point it becomes dysfunctional. Your consciousness will become dysfunctional when you are doing all these things. Okay, not only your psychological form but also your physical form, your body, everything becomes rigid when you are not, when you are resistance mode. Through your resistance you will become so rigid. Tension arises, different types of the body as a whole contracts. The free flow of life energy through the body, which is essential and healthy functioning and great as is greatly restricted. Again, I notice there is a girl always says that, oh, I cannot do this. I want certain way only to sleep. I want certain way only to eat. If I want to eat, I want certain way only. I can only sleep in this condition. So when you go in kind of outside, you will not have all the situations that you want it at home, right? So when you are putting all these restrictions, what happens is you will not be able to sleep. You will not be able to eat, isn't it? So when you are not able to do, which means actually when you are putting all the restrictions, you are putting that life energy flow, you are stopping. Just eat. What happens, suppose one day when you are going out, I have at home I was too kind of an healthy person. I always eat the vegetables and very healthy things only. I don't eat dry fried foods and all. But when I go out, in that moment I don't even drink caffeine. But when I go out to drive, to make me wake up or to make me some energetic, I took a caffeine. I even had some chips in between. all the things are okay, because when you are doing it occasionally, they're all okay. You should not put that life energy, no, 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 I don't eat it, I don't eat it, I don't eat it, right? What happens is, when everybody is eating, when you are not eating, you feel something like you are lacking again. Do I need to do that? That kind of thing, right? Or some kind of, so surrender. That's what I'm saying. At when in some places, just let the energy be free flow. Free flow of energy should be there. Suppose one particular thing, when everybody is eating, your body doesn't suits, that you know very well. That time you'll say, hey, it won't suit me. That time there won't be any negative energy flow, because you very much know that your body will not suit. That's why it's not resistance. It is that you are not actually allowing it to come. You are very firm on your mind that it won't suit. I'm not eating, and nothing is there. Nothing you are not wishing anything. Then the free flow of energy is there. So that there is a slight difference, right, between what to do, what not to do. So that, as long as you are not resisting, you can do that. Suppose if you are resisting, then the energy flow is actually stopping. So when the energy flow is stopping, it is actually you are not able to live in the present moment also. This is something which will get affected internally, and in every life situation you need to make it, whether I'm surrendering to this situation or not. It is your life, your being. Okay, the timeless realm is in the present moment. Find one thing that is needed at this moment and do it. Okay, if you and your life situation is unsatisfactory, intolerable, it is a very unsatisfactory situation, is intolerable, it is only surrendering the first that you can break unconsciousness of the resistance pattern that perpetuate the situation. So how do I do surrender? I don't like the situation at all. I don't want to be in this situation. Suppose when you are in the mud in the previous case, who want to be in the mud? Do you want to be in the mud, or do I want to be in the mud? No. That situation is not the conscious, is not the thing. Suppose there is in the corporate world right now present, so many layoffs are happening. Somebody lost the job. Anybody want to be in that situation? No. Nobody don't want to be in the situation, but accept it. Why that man has taken off, this person has some grudge on me, no, not all those things. You were laid off, accept it first. The moment you accept it, what are my opportunities? What are my opportunities? What are the things that I can do it? So you will explore it in more, because the moment you accept it, you are come to terms with that situation. Forget about all the negativity. Just see the positive things before you. Surrender is perfectly compatible with taking an action only. It is not an inaction. It is an action, but positive action. I am surrendering to the situation that I lost job, laid off. Accept it. But I need a job. Then open up the action. Learn new things. See who all can refer you. All those things we will do it, right? So it is a positive action. Surrendered state is totally have a different energy, whereas unsurrendered energy is a different energy. Unsurrender resistance is have a negative energy, whereas surrender, whenever you are surrendering, it is having all positive energy. That is what you should always notice it. You should all anytime if you see, right, that is the one that you can see. It's okay. Okay. If it is the quality of your consciousness at this moment that main determinant of what kind of future you will experience, so to surrender is the most important thing that you can bring to the positive change. Anytime the kind of change that you want to have is surrender to the life, and then see that positive change. I can see that I am in a situation very unpleasant, unsatisfactory, completely, and I accept completely at this moment. There will be no suffering or unhappiness. Is it not there's no suffering or unhappiness? Okay, I lost the job, I accepted it. Do you mean that there is no unhappiness? That's what he's asking. There's no suffering or no unhappiness? Nobody, the present moment is not unhappy. Remember, because once you accepted it, you got laid off. That is done, past moment, right? Why do you say unhappy? What I should do it is the only the action that I can do now. Suppose if you are still unhappy and if you are still means it is a compulsiveness, compulsive thinking. There are people who are always compulsive. If you notice, especially our parents also, many of our parents will be in that in this kind of mode. They will have some kind of ailment. Oh, whenever you call, oh, I am not well. This is what happened all the time. They keep on telling, right? So not all the parents, I'm just giving you just an example, right? Not all the some of the things, because it is a compulsive disorder, because they don't have any other work, they keep on thinking about their ailment, keep on thinking, oh, this happened, I went to the doctor, but doctor said this blah blah blah, I use that but it's not working, all the things, because they are not able to come out, because they are living in unconsciousness, I can say. They're living in an unconsciousness, because they are not able to conscious of the present moment. They're always living in the some kind of the thing. Okay, certain dissatisfaction in the life, certain kind of the emotion is there for them. So that is why always complaining nature. If you see some people always complain. Why I tell the parents is because that's came into my mind. My mom is like that, always complains she. Whereas my mother-in-law, she has a BP, she has a what is a thyroid, she had a sugar, everything she had. If I ask, how are you? I'm good. I'm doing super. She never told, even if she's going to the ICU also, right? So 2 years back, when she's going for an ICU, because she's joining in an ICU, she said, oh, God has given me enough life. Even if I don't come out, take care of the kids, may give the good education, all the things. She's happily staying and we're going. So it became like she'll go to the ICU and 2 days later she'll come back. Maybe with that willpower. Even while speaking, like last 2 days back, also she went and she came today back. So because she never be unhappy with all those things, she's never be unhappy. She'll just go and come back. My mom, she's younger than my mother-in-law. She has all the things, both the kids settled. Nobody is looking for them. Only we are looking after them. But still, she is not happy. So when she's not happy, oh, this is aching, that is aching, something is or some problem. So these people are living in a unconsciously in compulsive thinking. That's what he's saying. If you are unhappy, I'm living in the present moment, but still unhappy. If somebody says they are not living in the present moment, they are living in a compulsive thinking. Because of that, they are unhappy. Whenever your overall situation is unhappy or unpleasant, right? The moment you flashlight on, the fog is gone, and you are the way is shown, isn't it? Now, even though there is a fog, when there is a powerful flashlight is there, the way will be shown. Similarly, here, however tough situation you are, when you are actually living in the present moment, there will be your mind will get some thought that what way you can go. That external conditions, it will show you it. You will, because you don't have any resistance. If you have a resistance, you are living in a unconsciousness. Or if there is anything that you cannot, that you are not liking that particular situation, ask yourself, is there anything that I can do to change the situation? If you are so unhappy, then you ask yourself, is there anything that I can do to change the situation? Or can I improve the situation? Or can I remove it from my life? Ask yourself and then take an appropriate action. This does not comes under, if you are doing that, improving and removing, this doesn't mean that you are not surrendering. Again, people will ask, okay, I didn't in my way, I didn't like somebody's opinion. Let us take. I will try to correct once or twice. And nowadays, I can guarantee you, not even kids are changing their opinions until and unless they experience it. So don't expect others to change with your words. If you want to say, say. for your satisfaction and come out. Nobody will listen, right? So, because so when you cannot do it, what you'll do? You will remove them from your life, isn't it? When other person is not listening, they will remove. You will remove from there. You will still continue. You'll still continue. You'll still continue and go, right. Whenever you're removing and you're continuing, it doesn't mean that you are not surrendering. Surrendering doesn't mean that keep all the negativity in the life. When you cannot deal with, you cannot deal with it. Accept it. There are three classes I'm taking, three books simultaneously, right? So one of the book session, the host is not coming properly. Okay, I told once, twice, she's not coming. When the host herself is not interested, obviously you cannot motivate others to come, isn't it? Then after that book is done, I holded my emotion until that book is done. After that book is done, I gave all the things points. I cannot continue, sorry. Whenever you are ready, that you can steadily hold the classes, then come to me. I'm not, it is, the time is not coming to me freely. I am also have to put lot of efforts to read the book, what examples I can give and all those things, then only I should come. When it is not useful for anybody, then what is the point in taking the time, right? So people, oh, you are again separating it. Why are you actually separating it? That's energy, I'm not able to hold it. When there is not a positive energy in the class, that is what I say, it's not just the person who is speaking the energy, the persons who are listening also contribute to that energy of the class. If they are not attending to the speaker, the class won't come out very well. I have been observing in the various classes, right? So when I cannot manage that energy, if I am keeping on that energy in my life, what happens is, oh, today is, oh my God, Wednesday, these people won't come. So initially itself that energy comes. So the resistance will come. When the resistance comes, the free flow of energy will not be there. That's where we have to stop. That's where we need to stop. It could be the person. What Lavanya might think, what Chandana might think. If I say something, right, what they will think, that is the kind of the thing I'll have. You say out loud what is the problem, what is causing. Then if the Lavanya is meant to be in my life, she will be. If she's not meant to be in life, she'll go. That kind of freedom you should have it. Once you have that kind of freedom, you will be very, very free. I cannot be bothered by, again, the one more attitude. I am a free. I can't be bothered by anymore. I don't care whatever the others say. This is again the negative attitude. You should always have the slightest thin line will be there. If you, that is an arrogance. Suppose whenever I'm talking, Lavanya came and said, Prasanna, you are going a bit fast. Can you go slow down? I don't care. This is my way. I will tell. Okay, this is again the arrogance. Whenever I need to take that suggestion, positive suggestion, because the ultimate aim of this is to make everybody understand, right? If everybody is feeling that I'm going fast, it is my responsibility to go a bit slow and make the point with the one or two more examples, acknowledge that emotion. Here I cannot say that I don't care. That's not the right response. Okay, we just have completed the first point only. I couldn't complete much, but still it's okay. Let me see what are the points, what are the key takeaways in the first point, right? The first point here is, the second is spiritual energy. To this one, the first point here is, I'm just going back. Acceptance of the now, right? First one is, do not misunderstand the surrender. Okay, do not misunderstand surrender with the resistance and all. You surrender to the present situation. What is the true meaning of surrender? It is not accepting the defeat, accepting the situation only. Unconditional acceptance of the now. What is the difference between surrender and resignation? Resignation means you are not actually taking any action. Surrender means it is an active part. You are accepting the situation, and you are trying to see what positive thing that you can do. It is an active presence, clear seeing, freedom from mental labels, good, bad, or somebody did that. So you are not labeling anybody here. Okay. Surrender is an action. Surrender does not mean it's a no action. Surrender means it is an action. You act.
Prasanna, we are losing you.
What is an effect of non surrender? If you don't surrender, your ego will flare up. Your psychological form leads to feeling of separation. You are separate and I am separate. Feeling of judgment, fear based competition. All these things will come. And in physically, what happens? A tension will be created in your body. The free flow of energy will be stopped, and which leads to the stress. And stress leads to so many ailments. Body work can help, but only temporary. Okay. The power of being. There is a deeper dimension within us, that is the being. So it is untouched by external things. With the power of now, go and touch that being. Surrender and reconnects to your energy. Change is happening through acceptance, not with the resistance. Dissatisfaction versus surrender, when also we discussed, when you can take the action without driven by dissatisfaction, then you will get a positive results. Motivation in surrendering comes with the clarity and non-resistance. Does surrendering means you are not planning? No, you are planning. You are planning, you are mentally projecting, but living in the present moment. When you cannot take the action, sometimes there is a no immediate change is you can do, then there is no immediate action is required. Take every situation as your spiritual teacher, not only every person, every book. Take each situation as your spiritual teacher. Up, accept it deeply. Dissolve your fear, guilt, inertia. Open the doors to the unexpected transformation. Life begins cooperating your state of being. Finally, if you feel that I don't care, I'm not bothered by anyone, that is a negativity. That is actually the, what do you say, egoistic negativity. So do not do that. Surrender is a peaceful action. It's an alert action and it's a conscious action. Practicing the real surrender gives you a peaceful life. Surrender is an inaction but very conscious, peaceful acceptance of the present moment. The now, whenever you are in the now, the transformation begins. With this, we'll stop that. We just ended the first point in this chapter, but I don't think we are in hurry. Let us, because this is the last chapter, we will go each point in detail.
Thank you, Prasanna Garu, for the wonderful session. Let's open for the questions. Friends, if you have any questions, please put in chat or you can.
Sandeep did some question, I think. Does Aadhar also give any ways to gauge a situation whether to take action or surrender? Any indicators to look for, or is it completely left to one's common sense? No, I mentioned it, right, Sandeep, because when you say, when some situation comes, do I need to do? That's the indication that he is given, right? Can I change the situation? You jump and take an action. You jump and take an action. If you cannot do anything, then don't crib about it. That's what thing, right? If you cannot, if you can do, if you can change some situation, so you cannot see, suppose there is somebody who is actually falling, let us take. Then do you think twice that, do I surrender there? You don't have time but to rescue the other people. There is today only I read one story. There is a one swimmer in the athletics some championship. That lady swimmed all through, and she was like she was run. And she won the race. Okay, but she's sinking. She's sinking. Everybody clapping, clapping, clapping. Nobody is actually worried about why she's not coming up. But the one person, which is the coach, that he calculated the time. It's not that this much time she should not be in the water, she should come out. He was dressed up with boots and everything. He jumped, he dived into the pool and he pulled her up. It is the one person, because there he calculated immediately. It is the thing. There you can change the situation, right? It is not that surrendering is not the thing there. Surrendering is the sin. You have to act, surrender. That is what he said. Surrendering is action, not inaction. But without your ego. Without your ego. Suppose if I say, me and Lavanya started fighting on something, let us take. Okay. So I had an ego that my point should win. She had a ego that her point will win. Suppose if we take one moment, let us stop here. Let's stop here. Then the moment, the one moment we stopped here and then we started thinking, what happens is, if you keep that ego aside and you started thinking, we clearly understands which point is right. Sometimes my point may right, sometimes both may be wrong, and some third point may be the right. But if we are bringing that ego, there is a lot of resistance. If you are taking that ego out, means resistance out, there is a free flow of energy. When there is a free flow of energy, that knower in the thinking and destiny terms, our supreme consciousness in our Paramatma, in our traditional terms, that awakens. When that awakens, you will be able to understand, because there is nothing to worry about. You will accept it. Oh, after I think through, Lavanya, you are right. How beautiful it will be. So if we keep on fighting, that's what I said. Whenever we are with the kids also, there are times where kids will be right. But our ego will not accept it many times. Okay, go do that. Suppose if you say that, oh, you're right. I didn't think through that. See your son or daughter how well they feel it. Next time they feel that, oh, I made a point. So when Amma accepted it, whenever I say, why can't I accept it when I was wrong? That kind of situation they will be getting it. Hope I answered, Sandeep.
Thank you, Prasanna. Any other questions, friends?
Thank you, Prasanna. It's Manatvi. Thanks, Lavanya. Again, beautiful session. The same thing which you've mentioned, I'm going through with the teenage daughter at the moment. So it was really helpful. And it's so difficult as a mother when they say something to say that, I'm wrong. And we think, because we know we have got experience and we are aged and we know that is exactly what should be done. And they become so strong and adamant, they don't want to listen what we say. But I understand where you come from. It's better for us sometimes to accept that too and say, you made a good point there.
I'll give an example, right? Suppose you are in point A and she's in point B, and you both started going to point C, which is further away from point A. So A and B both were started some at one point, but you're going to your home, let us take. Okay. You started early than your daughter. Okay. When you started early, you experienced there is a traffic in between. Okay. Then what you will say? You'll call your daughter, don't come to this way, take another route and come because there is a traffic. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose if she decided that no, I will go and experience, it is up to you. So you can give such an examples in a normal way, not during the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when in that, because why we are cautioning in our life, why we are cautioning, we have gone through that pain.
Yes.
We have gone through that pain. That is why we are cautioning, don't do that.
Yeah.
But they didn't travel that road. They didn't travel that road. They will say that no, everything will. But
Yeah,
traffic example, they can relate it, right? That's why
yes.
I just told
Yeah,
the traffic. Because we have traveled that road in our life.
Yes.
In our 40 years of life or 50 years of life, we traveled that road.
Yes.
We know what mistakes we have done. We
Mhm.
know where we are right, where we are wrong. We
Yeah.
want to help them not to do this.
Yeah.
So this is what it is. You can just clearly explain to them when you are very friendly, normal mode.
Mm.
In that way, they may try to get it.
Yes. Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you. But it's a long haul journey with the teenage kids. It's like
Yeah, it is all. I have raised two,
yeah.
and now it's the third one. It's going on. So
It's even when I want to pull them through this phase. Hey, about read this book or read that and this. They put the logic into the conversation, and they say, do you think sitting in meditation, do you think visualization, do you think manifestation is going to work when we don't do anything? It's so difficult even sometimes to answer the questions, even if you've read so
no,
many.
when you believe it, that is what. When you believe it to do something, you can do it. This is
Yeah.
all manifestation or visualization is. It should come from feeling. You should
Feeling.
always feel that you can do it.
Yeah. I know but the sessions are helping. I always listen to them daily, and I try to follow, implement whatever we listen from you. And thank you so much, Prasanna.
Here are 6 months. I said I cannot do. I cannot do. I cannot do. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Once he was forced that I have to do it. Okay, I can do it. The moment I started, I said, this is what happening in our lives also only.
Yeah.
When as long as we feel that we cannot do it, we can't do anything.
అది కరెక్టే. నేను అదే మీరు చెప్పిన పాయింట్ కరెక్టే. అదే అనుకుంటున్నాను. Sometimes I have to accept her too and say and say thank you, you made a good point. But she does make some good points, and మన ఈగో అడ్డొచ్చేస్తుంది ఒకసారి మన
Yes,
పెద్దవాళ్ళ మాట
exactly.
It comes
No,
into
one thing I can say, Andy, they are in certain ways they are way ahead of us, our
yes,
kids.
definitely, yes.
So whenever they are way ahead of us, just try to accept it.
Yes.
Do not put your ego.
Yeah.
Okay, then they can take up your experience in other cases.
Yeah.
Do not think, because one thing can I tell you, there is a one celestial prophecy, there is a one. If we are keep on want our thing to be win, means we are trying to grab the energy of them.
Okay.
There is a one big energy is there, that supreme consciousness. Try to grab the energy from it, not from overpowering the others. Why people overpower the others? They want to grab their energy. Even the kids also. Unconsciously we do that.
Yeah.
Unconsciously we do that. So let us not grab their energy. They have given very beautiful, because the celestial prophecy is like, the book is like, you can even watch the movie. That's what I mentioned, I think. He gave like a detective novel. Like kids, when we are kids, we used to read some small detective novels. Anybody read it? So it will be like that, but
Okay.
it gives us spiritual insights.
Okay.
So when we with our egos, we are trying to grab their energies, which is not, we don't accept it, but it is true.
Yes.
The analogy. So do not put, when it comes to the kids, do not put any sort of ego with them. If you are wrong, you are wrong. Accept it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in it.
Yes. It's true. But the problem, okay, it also comes to a situation where that sometimes we talk and we're trying to tell them this is wrong, and sometimes we raise a voice and they don't like it. Amma, why don't you say it slowly? Then I can listen to you. I mean, there are things we have to change as well. Even though I'm in this path, it just sometimes the situation brings out something in me which I get angry and I start yelling at her. And she said, "Why can't you do it a bit slowly? Why can't I can listen to you? Why do you have to yell at me?" And I try my best not to, but
yelling with my experience of the dealing teenage, yelling will never solve the problem.
Yeah.
It is creating a negative energy.
Yeah.
Instead,
zip it.
Yes. Zip up, silent, maintain silent. Your silence speaks a lot.
Yeah.
Your
Definitely.
silence makes them inquisitive. Oh, my mom is angry. I don't know what it is. They want to know what it is exactly. So make them inquisitive than that. Then slowly, when your emotion is gone, you can explain them slowly. But
Yes,
when you are in that emotion, that voice rising only will come.
yes. Thanks, Prasanna garu. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhavya ma'am. Thank you, Arasa. Thank you, Chandana. Yeah. Explaining with examples makes things easy. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions, friends? I think that's all. Those are the questions for today, Prasanna garu.
Thank you.
Thank you.